Okay, now we're going to the best talk. Lucas Scaler on VHDL, the language server. Okay, as a comment already mentioned, thanks so much for bringing VHDL to the 21st century.
Thank you.
You're
Sorry.
okay.
It's a long session.
Yeah.
One moment, done.
Great. Excellent. Okay, so now we have the solutions. Okay, do you want to just... All right. Okay, thanks for the voting, everyone. Now this is the end of my talk. We probably will send you another survey after the conference to get some feedbacks. Right. All right. Now let's move on.
Hello? Okay. This is my favorite part. It's just a talk to say goodbye, basically, and just to recap a few things. And let's get into it. So first of all, as this has been done so many times, I really want to thank the team for organizing this. Look how happy we look. Then I went back to the other presentations. This was 2 years ago. I was tempted to make the picture in black and white to make it even more dramatic. But look, we were already many more than I thought. In fact, I lost a bet with Davide back then, but almost 200, almost 300 registered 2 years ago. Still, we got the main auditorium. That was, I think, one of the best steps to make this conference what it is now. And this is the one we took a few days ago. It's further away. So yeah, we are really a growing community. I'm really happy about that. So this year's numbers, we have 378 registered participants. We were keen that we would know who would come really in advance to print the badges and gauge the coffee breaks and those. So please be careful next year about that. We have 231 from academia, particle physics, many of them high energy physics. That's what HEP stands for, CERN. But you see that almost half is not from our community. And this is a very good achievement for us, because otherwise it seems that we are always talking among ourselves. 280 in-person participants. This number apparently is very difficult to count. 150, maybe something more for the dinner. This is easier to count because the restaurant is really keen to know. And that XXX, I couldn't find out with the webcast. They changed the platform, so I have no idea. 93 submitted abstract. This is true. 555 accepted. Now you will see that these numbers are slightly different than Rui's number, and that because there was some posters that were dropped, and I think we accepted one more talk in the end for some interesting reason. Pictures. So, yeah, just some pictures that are really nice. Then my impressions. Great quality talks as usual, and the chairs always follow every talk with attention and write down questions just in case no questions are asked, but that never happened. There were always a lot of discussions, and I think most of the times we had to not to let everybody that wanted to talk, which is good, and I hope whatever you wanted to discuss, you had plenty of chance to discuss in the coffee breaks that we try to keep as long as we can, exactly for this reason. The atmosphere starts to feel familiar, like I recognize people from the year before, I say hello, and there are jokes and things that are making it nicer and nicer. I think the poster session was a great addition. Most of the discussion was there. Something was very intense also. Even got to win the best poster. I voted for that. That doesn't mean I agree with that. But I think if we don't disagree, there is no fun, right? So also we're starting to make inside jokes. So last year, I don't know if you remember the beef adventure. And I proposed this riddle that Marcus solved. The solution was that number is not beef. And if you remember what happened at the restaurant, you understand why. And then in his talk to this year, he also used the same data there. So this time there is beef in FDF26, which can be written in hexadecimal. It's a nice bonus for our conference name. And then the dinner, look at that ceiling, guys. It was beautiful. So a little reminder of our activity. This is the meeting of the forum, but the forum still exists during the rest of the year. So we have the discourse forum, which I think is a little bit, it could improve. We wanted to create, we were very ambitious, we wanted to create the open stack of FPGA. I think we are far from that, but the platform is there, so it's just up to us to go there and ask questions and even more answer them, because I'm sure that in the community there are people with the knowledge to answer many questions. Now we have a website that contains everything. We do online seminars, more or less every 2 months. If there is more demand, we could do more. So just get in touch if you want to talk about something. Normally what we do is we go to the good quality talks that were excluded. Again, here I apologize because the selection process is what it is. Like we have a limited amount of information to select the best. So I'm sure that plenty of good ones were rejected. But we have this opportunity to do the online seminars. If you think something can be useful, just get in touch and we can organize. We have the newsletter if you want to advertise other FPGA events or opening position in the FPGA field or things like that. Get in touch and we can forward your messages. We have more than 700 members. I think it's even more now. And then the very new thing is this tool and library featuring in our website. So we have the space for the updates every year. And also they will have the possibility to give talks or give tutorials in the space of the seminar. So please, if you have a tool, go there and submit it. After this, the event will be over, but there are the tutorials happening at 2. So yeah, you will be a little bit of a rush after lunch to get there. This is where they are, located in the CERN map. And yeah, just try to be there at 2 p.m. Anything else about the tutorials? No? If you weren't here last year, you don't throw your badge away when you go home, because there are seeds of wild grass, so you can plant it. And especially if you're going back to the United States, maybe you want to throw it away because Probably there is a problem bringing seeds on the plane. And again, thanks to our sponsor that we need to make this event possible to pay for the expenses. And yeah, save the date. We have a preliminary date for FDF 2027. It's within that week, more likely at the end of the week. It might be at the beginning of the week, but more likely at the end. And we might also have to move it. So the only thing, this is what we are aiming for now. So if you have space in your calendar, just pencil it down. And see you next year. You don't have questions, do you? Bye, guys.